snack. Me and you gonna have a little chat about books. Oh, all these books, so many books. Hi guys, so I am here today to do my August TBR because it is August and that is insane to me, but I cannot believe it, and yeah, August is here, which means I have a stack of books that is rather tall that I want to try and get through in August. Some of them are buddy reads. I've got a fair amount of buddy reads going on that I'm pretty excited about. I actually have 20 planned, which is a lot when I think about it, but it's all good. So quickly, I'm going to run through the ones that I'm currently reading because I've already shown them in my wrap-up, so I'm just going to literally show you them and say how far through I am, and then we'll get into the rest of the books that I'm planning for this month. So I have The Fair Fight by Anna Freeman, which I am halfway through and really enjoying. Towers of Midnight, which is book 13 in Wheel of Time, and again, I'm 7% through, really loving this so far. I have American Gods by Neil Gaiman, which I'm 13% of the way through, and I think it's weird, but enjoyable. Then I have The Bone Hunters by Stephen Erickson, which is book number 6 in Malazan Book of the Fallen, and I'm really enjoying the bit that I'm at right now, although it was a slow beginning. I'm halfway through. And the final one that I'm already reading is Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell by Susanna Clarke, and I'm really enjoying this, and I'm 25% of the way through, so I'm hoping I can get further through this. I've already ordered, but it's not here, and that is Reaper's Gale by Stephen Erickson. This is book number 7 in the Malazan Book of the Fallen. I'm very excited to continue on with the series. Judging from how much I'm enjoying The Bone Hunters, I'm sure I will enjoy Reaper's Gale as well. Don't know how long it is because it's not here yet, but I'm sure it'll be a chunky one. They usually are, so that one will be fun when it arrives. Next I have Seven Eves, which I have on my Kindle. This one is actually for my Goodreads group. I will put the link to that down below. If you guys are interested in reading Seven Eves by Neil Stevenson and you don't have anyone to read it with, or you want to do a buddy read, come on over to the Goodreads group and you can join in because we are going to be discussing it over there alongside Reaper's Gale. So those are the two books I have planned for my Goodreads group. Can't wait to get to them. It should be a lot of fun and very exciting. Then I have some that I'm planning for the Booktubeathon. As you guys know, I'm going to run through them really quick because I've already done a Booktubeathon TBR. So the first one is Death Masks by Jim Butcher, which is book number 5 in the Dresden Files series. I really enjoyed book 4, so I'm looking forward to book 5. Then I have A Memory of Light by Brandon Sanderson and Robert Jordan. This one is book 14. It's the last one. It should be amazing, so I can't wait for that. Next, I'm planning to read The Curious Case of the Clockwork Man by Mark Hodder, which is book number 2 in the Burton and Swinburne series. This one should be a lot of fun. The last one was quite absurd and funny, so I can't wait to try this one out too. I am also planning to read Mort by Terry Pratchett, which is quite short, but I'm sure it will be hilarious, and it focuses on death, so I can't wait for that because death is a fantastic character that Terry created, and I'm sure the actual book focusing on him is going to be fantastic. I also have God's War, which is by Cameron Hurley, and I'm very excited to read this because I know Elizabeth and Eleanor both said that they really enjoyed it, and Eleanor keeps on pestering me to read it, so I'm going to read it, don't worry. I'm very excited and it's not too long. Then I have Sandman Dream Country, which is by Neil Gaiman, and it's volume 3 in the Sandman series, and I'm sure that this one will be easy to get through. It's very short and it should be awesome because I always enjoy the Sandman books. And finally, as part of Booktubeathon, I have Ruin, which is by John Gwynne. This one is a chunky book, but it should be a pretty easy read, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how everything continues on, so can't wait for that one. Then the book that I'm going to be reading for BooktubeSFF Awards is Station 11 by Emily St. John Mandel. I've not read this yet, and I've heard a lot of good things, and I've heard it's kind of literary fiction, but sort of with fantastical elements, so I'm really intrigued and I can't wait to give it a go, and I will be discussing that with you guys over in the Goodreads group, which again I will link down below for you to check out if you want to. Then I have Serafina, which is by Rachel Hartman. I was planning to read this last month but we didn't quite get around to it, so Sam and I think a few other people are planning to get to it this month instead, and I'm sure it will be awesome. It's quite short again, so I should be able to get through this in a few days hopefully. Beautiful hardback though, I think it's very pretty, but I'm looking forward to giving this one a try. Then I have The Golden Fool by Robin Hobb. This one is the second one in the Tawny Man series, and I'm going to be reading this with, I think, Leanne Sam and Mercedes, so that should be awesome. We're all very excited to continue on with it, and I'm sure it'll be great because Robin Hobb is amazing and she's a master writer and I love her stuff, so can't wait to try this one out. Then I have The Bone Clocks, which is by David Mitchell. This one I'm planning to read with Eleanor and Tanya and a few other people as well, whose channels I'll link down below. Very excited to read some more of David Mitchell because I hear this one has more fantastical elements in it, so I can't wait to give it a go because of that, because fantasy is my jam and I'm sure it'll be good. Also, the cover is very, very beautiful, so although I'm not sure I like the random apple and clock, but hey ho. Then I have an incredibly beautiful book. This one is Uprooted and it's by Naomi Novik. I'm going to be reading this with a ton of other people. I think there's like 15 of us, so it should be amazing. It's such a beautiful book though. Come on guys, it's so beautiful. I'm sure it's going to be good. It's about a young girl who gets taken by a wizard called the Dragon, and I guess she has to live with him or something. I'm not sure anything further than that, but apparently it's awesome, so I can't wait to check it out. And then I have another one that is absolutely stunning. This one I actually only just got this morning and I decided I was going to put it into my TBR, and this is Skin by Ilka Tamki, and I was sent this by Hot Escape very, very kindly for review, and it just is one of the most beautiful books I've ever seen. They also sent me some swag with it, which was pretty cool of them. They sent me this map, which I'm going to show you. This map, which is a map of the world where I guess everything takes place. Apparently it's a kind of Celtic world, and it just sounds really, really cool, which is very exciting to me, so I can't wait to try it out. I'll just read you the inside. Plus, look at these end papers. Oh, this book is so beautiful, so beautiful. So it says, Britain AD 43. She grew up an outsider among her people, but on the eve of the invasion their fate will lie in her hands. For the people of Kerkad, skin is their totem, their greeting, their identity. Alia does not have skin. Abandoned at birth, she is an outsider in her own village, forbidden from learning and marriage. Despite this, she grows up an intelligent and brave young woman, one for whom the mothers, the tribal ancestors, have chosen a higher destiny. With a dark threat growing on the horizon, the aggressive expansion of the Roman Empire, Alia must embark on an unsanctioned journey to protect her people and their pagan way of life from the most terrifying threat they have ever faced. Set in Iron Age Britain on the cusp of Roman invasion, Skin is a mesmerising, full-blooded novel about the collision of two worlds and the remarkable young woman on whom the fate of her tribe rests. This is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I love hardcovers that don't have dust jackets, and I think this one is very, very, very beautifully designed. The Celtic patterns are just so pretty. I actually really enjoy a lot of the books that Hot Escape produce, and they did Smiler's Fair as well, which is amazing. So I'm hoping this one will be just as good, fingers crossed, and yeah, can't wait to check that one out. Then I have The Clan of the Cave Bear, which is by Jean M. Auel. I really have been wanting to read this for like so long, because I remember when I was in school, so many people had this book and they read it and they really enjoyed it, but I didn't for some reason. I never came across it, so now that I have it on my bookshelf, or I've had it here for ages, but I just want to get to it. Also, it was on my 15 in 2015 video, so I should do some of them. Apparently Skin is quite similar to this, which should be interesting to read them both in the same month. So the heroine of The Clan of the Cave Bear is Isla, a courageous and indomitable young woman whose story begins when she is a 5-year-old orphan adopted by the clan, a group of Neanderthal. Isla is cared for by the clan's medicine woman, Isa, and its wise holy man, Kreb. Isa teaches her how to find food and the healing skills known only to her line, but Isla must also learn the ways of the clan. Full of curiosity, interest and rebelliousness, she does not always obey the clan's rules, and so she makes an implacable enemy of the group's future leader. Broud will do anything he can to destroy her, but Isla is a survivor. Sounds pretty good, and I think there's quite a few in this series, so if I like it, I'll continue. Then I have Blood Rights, which is number 6 in the Dresden Files by Jim Butcher, and also number 7, which is Dead Beat. Those are two that I'm hoping to get to this month as well. Those are all the books that I'm planning to read. It is a ridiculous amount, as always, and I'm sure you guys will all agree. I would love to hear what you guys are planning to read. Let me know your TBRs, or if you have anything to say about the books that I've mentioned, then please tell me all of that in the comments below. I would love to hear them. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all very soon in another video. Bye! Me and you gonna have a little chat.